we're heading into exams tomorrow, and we just wanted to remind you all of a few things. To begin with, tomorrow it's likely going to be raining and raining quite heavily, so plan accordingly. If you are here early before your first morning exam, we'll open up the library and some classrooms for you. The student center will be open. Exams don't start until 9 o'clock. You're welcome to come early, but you can use that time in the morning to sleep in or take a little longer to commute in so that you drive safely in the rain. Lunch is from 12 to 1. Exams are written to last about 90 minutes, but you're given 3 hours to sit the exam. And lunch is from 12 to 1. The lunch truck is not here, so plan on bringing your own lunch, or are any classes offering? Okay, pizza. Some pizza will be sold. That will probably be in the breezeway. Remember that if you don't have a morning exam, you are welcome to stay home and come in just for your afternoon exam. If you don't have an afternoon exam, you are welcome to sign out and go home for the afternoon. But if you are on campus studying after or before an exam, we ask that you are quiet and respectful of those students that are still in classes sitting their exams. So be cognizant of what rooms are being used and where you're sitting and where you're studying and where you're socializing with your friends so that you're not distracting others. We wish you the best and hope you have a great exam week. Thanks.
First off, I have a very nice thank you note from Rise Plus, oozing their appreciation. One of the things it says is that on behalf of the 200 families who will benefit from your work with the bagging event, thank you. So this really made a big difference. I'm going to put this on the bulletin board by the front office where we often put newspaper articles and news about the school, so you can read that. It also mentions when they do have their regular monthly bagging, so you can participate in that if you like. On Monday, I didn't have time to tell you very much about these international trips that I made an announcement about. I'd like to say first off that when I was 16, I went on an exchange to Austria, and it made a huge impact on my life. It changed how I think about the world, how I view the news, how I interact with other people. It really changed everything about me. I went abroad when I was in college as well, and that was great and fun and everything, but when you do it when you're younger, it has a much bigger impact on your outlook and your development as a citizen of this world. So I want to encourage all of you to go on one of these trips. Now, I'm calling them trips, but they're not really trips, they're experiences. They're not travel program sightseeing trips. There are a bunch of them are language focused trips, and you have a chance to learn or work on your Spanish or French or Chinese, but there are also programs where you can learn Arabic, or if you want to start learning some Italian or German, there are trips that involve language instruction. So all of these trips, you stay with a host family. You get to interact with your peers. It's not just that they have classes during the day that you get to do, but they have all kinds of things planned for you where you're with other teenagers. I mentioned to you the one where you get to go to Bonaire and learn how to scuba dive. Well, you're part of a research team if you go on this trip. You're doing research about the marine life. There's two in Africa, one that I mentioned where you get to go on safari. Well, that's a content-based trip as well, where you're learning about the watershed there and taking part in watershed research. The one in Tanzania, you're developing solutions for education in Africa. So these are amazing, really amazing trips. These are some of the best things out there. If you can go on one of these trips, I mean, we would like all of you to have this as part of your high school experience. Most of your teachers have lived overseas, traveled overseas, and done lots of different programs overseas. We know how valuable it is for you. We would love it if this were a high school graduation requirement. In terms of the finances, There are lots of ways to fund these trips. We have this $20,000 worth of scholarship money that's available. Obviously, not all of you can get a piece of that, but hopefully many of you will get some, if not all. There are ideas on their websites for CIEE and other exchange programs that give you ideas for fundraising. Even if you can afford to take one of these trips, if you're able to raise some of your own part of the expenses, it means a lot more to you. So in January, I'll have a meeting with students about how to raise money for airfare and for other things. But you can start by asking for Christmas presents that are cash, okay? And then saving that. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to add to this today. I have more of these brochures in the front office and in my office over in Day Hall. And you'll hear more about it in January. But I know that a lot of you are making plans for next summer already, so I wanted to get this information out to you now. So please, spend some time abroad. It's the best thing you can do for yourself.
So one more announcement about the solo ensemble concert on the 9th of January, the Friday after we come back. Musicians, instrumentalists, singers, actors, monologues, duet scenes, dancers. We'd love to have you participate. If you didn't get a form, pick one up from me as you leave. One more, we need to reconvene the Convocation Committee at lunchtime today because we have to replan the Martin Luther King Day event. So if you're on the Convocation Committee, please meet with me in room 8 at lunchtime today. Thanks.
Just in general, anyone on student council, any grade level student council, if you have an exam Tuesday morning, Tuesday at lunch, we need to take down all the Christmas decorations, and we'll need all the help we can get, especially taking down the big tree in the library. So Tuesday at lunch, if you're on student council, please come help take down and put away Christmas decorations.
So boys basketball game on Friday against Pescadero at 7 here, and I think second.
As per usual, we'll be all over them like brown on rice.
Girls soccer had their first game on Monday against Seaside, and we won 1-0, and the goal was scored by Katie Newman. It was a really beautiful shot. So, yay!
Okay, so for my 20% project, I am raising money for to get a pump for one village in Africa, a water pump. And nearly 1 in 5 children die from water-related diseases in Africa. So please donate. It'll be in the front office. Thank you so much.
As Mr. Raymond touched upon, pizza will be sold during finals at lunch tomorrow and Friday. The seniors are selling it, and juniors are selling it on Monday and Tuesday. So come by, get some good brain food.
So if you want practice problems for the AMC math competition, just talk to Ms. Wilson.
No? Okay. Just one last announcement. No general student council meeting today. And thank you to anybody who dressed up for Teacher Day. Just to paraphrase Mr. Murray, have a great day at the most wonderful place on earth.